Hello everyone, this is Faisal, certified high performance coach and a lifelong student of philosophy, spirituality, and sciences. In this episode, I want to talk about clarity. What is clarity? Why is clarity so important in life? And what are the two things we can do to increase our level of clarity? And also at the end of this episode, I'm going to share with you one simple but very effective exercise to increase your level of clarity in life. So, what is clarity? Clarity is your ability to be clear about who you are as a person. What is important to you in life? What are your beliefs, values? What kind of relationships do you want to be in? How do you want to be in your relationships? How clear you are about that? What are some of the goals that you're working towards? What are your dreams that you're working towards? If you're not clear about these things in life, then you don't have clarity. So this takes us to the next point. Why is clarity important? The reason clarity is so crucial is because when we don't have clarity, what we have is a contradictory mix of thoughts, ideas, and beliefs in our mind. And when we have that, we're conflicted inside. We're confused. And when we're confused and conflicted within us, two things end up happening. One, it becomes very difficult to take actions towards our highest good because we're not sure about what we want in life. We're not sure about what's important to us in life. We have too many beliefs, thoughts, and ideas in our mind, and we basically freeze. And the second thing that ends up happening is because since we're not sure about what we need to do, what actions we need to take in our life, what ends up happening is that we get negatively influenced by our environment. We get negatively influenced by other people around us. We get even negatively influenced by the knowledge that we're exposed to. So let me give you an example for this. So let's suppose that there are two people who walk into a supermarket. The first person knows exactly what she wants, who she is, and she's clear about what's important to her. So what ends up happening is that she goes into the grocery store, she gets the products that she needs, and she walks out. And she's happy. The second person who's not clear about what he needs and who's not clear about who he is and who's not clear about what kind of grocery he wants, he walks in and starts looking around and starts getting influenced by advertisements, starts getting influenced by people and their carts, starts looking at other products that may or may not be good for him. So what ends up happening is he grabs a whole bunch of products that he doesn't really need and even forgets about the thing that he walked in for. So similarly in life, if we take this as an analogy, if we're clear about who we are as a person, if we're clear about what is important to us, our values, our beliefs, if we're clear about our relationships, then we'll walk into life knowing what opportunities to pay attention to, what to look out for that will bring the highest good, the best things in our life. On the contrary, if we're not clear, then we'll be influenced by people, by our environment, by even the information that we get, by other people's opinions. Now that we know what clarity is and why is it so important in life, let's talk about solutions. What can we do to increase our level of clarity in life? So in the beginning I mentioned that I'm going to share with you two things that will raise your level of clarity in life. So number one, in order to raise your clarity, you need to have a bigger perspective. So how do we get a bigger perspective? What is a bigger perspective anyway? A bigger perspective means that your level of insight, knowledge, and understanding of your environment, of yourself, is always increasing. It's getting bigger and bigger every day. So this means that we consciously become open to learning. We become open to connection with people. We become open to ideas, to knowledge, to understanding different perspectives. Now, this might sound contradictory or counterintuitive to what I said before in terms of getting influenced by your environment, but when you become open to understanding different perspectives, to learning, to experiences, to connection with people, your level of insight and your level of perspective increases. You get a broader understanding of the world that you live in. You get a broader understanding of yourself. So when that happens, then new opportunities that you couldn't even recognize before, new things that you couldn't even see before, you're able to notice. Now that we know that we need to be open to learning, to experiences, and to connection with people, the most important thing and clarity and understanding clarity becomes knowing who you are as a person and what is important to you. And we're going to do a simple exercise to figure out who you are and what is important to you. So let's do this. I want you to close your eyes and think of 3 words that define your highest self. For example, for me, my 3 words are present, authentic, and bold. These 3 words define who I want to be and who I am. So I'm always striving to go towards these words. And I also know why each of these words are important to me, and I want you to think about that as well. So go ahead and think of 3 words that define your highest self that you want to be. And when you're done, I want you to take those 3 words, put it on your phone as a reminder, and set it up so your phone rings as an alarm 3 times a day. When you start to see that coming on your phone three times a day, once in the morning, afternoon, and night, you are reminding yourself of what is important to you, who you are as a person, because you came up with those 3 words. And your words might change over time, but it will always be in line with what is important to you. And the more perspective you gain, the more clarity you gain in life from your knowledge, from your connection with people, from getting a better understanding of your world, the more your words are going to evolve, the more your identity is going to evolve. And the reason why it's so important to repeat these words over and over is because when you repeat these words that are important to you, that are important to your identity, you're creating a positive habitual thought pattern in your mind. And as we all know that our mind works with habits, the more you repeat them, the more they become part of your recurring thoughts, and the more they become part of your actions. In conclusion, clarity is your ability to be clear about who you are as a person and being clear about every other aspect of your life. And the reason clarity is so important is because if you don't have clarity, if you're not clear about your life, then you're always conflicted and confused. And when you're conflicted within yourself, then your actions follow the same conflicted patterns. And I also shared the 2 things that you can do to increase your level of clarity in life. 1, you can increase your level of clarity by gaining a bigger perspective in life. And you do that by being open to new knowledge, new perspective, experiences, and connection with people. And 2, you can remind yourself of the 3 words that define who you are as a person on a consistent basis. So if you liked this episode, you can do 2 things. 1, you can click on the opt-in button on the screen so I can send you more training that I don't do on this channel. And 2, you can subscribe to my channel so you can get more training on this channel. Thank you very much and have a great day.